tell us, first of all, why this express regret is such a big deal.
Yeah, Stuart, this is a big moment for Belgium because the monarchy has never before acknowledged the atrocities that took place in Congo, which was run as the personal colony of King Leopold II from 1885 to 1908. Now, this has been a big issue here for the past 20 years. There's statues of Leopold II all over the country, and many people have said they should come down. But this really exploded to the fore, and there's new movement on this that we've never seen before because of those Black Lives Matter protests. The attacks on the statues, which have taken place for 20 years, really ramped up. They even started being firebombed, and they've had to be removed to be fixed. Other municipalities have voluntarily started deciding to take down the statues. But meanwhile, King Philippe has remained quiet here, and that's for two reasons. One is that the king is supposed to stay out of politics, and two is that there has been a fear that if King Philippe apologizes, it would open Belgium up to legal responsibility for reparations to the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the modern independent state that's the successor of that colony. So that's probably why he chose his words very carefully today and said deepest regrets. He didn't actually explicitly say he was sorry. And the idea is that it's for the Belgian parliament to do that. Right now, there's a commission that's been set up to look at this issue of the statues and other recognitions of Belgium's colonial past. We're expecting a statement from Prime Minister Sophie Wilmes probably later today on this issue, and the commission may decide to issue an apology on Belgium's behalf, and then the king might make an apology. But there's a fear of him getting ahead of the Belgian government here. It might seem odd because the Belgian government actually isn't the one that administered the Congo and committed these atrocities. It was King Philippe's great uncle, King Leopold. It was his personal colony. But still, it would be the Belgian state that was responsible for reparations, and that's why the king doesn't want to get ahead of the parliament.
So, Dave, why is Belgium's colonisation just so controversial in the first place, even?
Yeah, it should be remembered that, there's a lot of gruesome stories about European colonization all over the world, but even by the standards of the time, the Belgian administration in the Congo Free State was horrific. And there was a mass media campaign to free the Congo from Leopold's rule, highlighting all of the atrocities that were taking place there. Historians say that something around 10 million people were killed there. They were in effective slavery having to being forced to collect rubber. If they didn't collect enough rubber, their hands were cut off. It was really horrific. And the scandal actually caused the Belgian parliament to strip Congo away from King Leopold II and transfer it to the Belgian state in 1908. And there's contemporaneous reports, that a year later, when Leopold II died, crowd booed his funeral procession because he had brought Belgium into such disrepute. It wasn't until many years later that the statues were erected to try to rehabilitate Leopold's image. And so for a long time, these atrocities were forgotten, and they're only now being re-examined today.
Dave, thanks very much. Dave Keating, a correspondent at Speeches there from Brussels.